Good morning. This is Mary-Tamar here, the Queen of the North. And today is the 17th of January, 2022. It's the Monday morning, and I am very, very excited. I'm all dressed up. I'm in my office. I'm working. I've got a lot of things to do today. But before I get into my work, I wanted to do a very quick video for with a very important message that the Lord has given me, the God of Israel. And this message this week, actually, the reason why I wanted to also do this video is because this week the King of the North, my Lord husband, has decreed in the Northern Palace, all the houses of King Coffee, all his properties, everybody who either works for him or his wives, everyone in the Northern Palace is going through a 7 day of prayer and fasting. So this message is so important for me to deliver it when the king has decreed such an important week to mark something as Israelites. Do you understand? So I have for myself, one thing that you have to understand is that I've got many offices in my role as the wife, as the first wife of the king. I've got many roles. One of my roles is to be the first wife of the king. My other role is to be the prophetess. I am also the prophetess of the king. If you go even in history of Israel, every king had a wife who used to prophesy for him. Even the prophet Isaiah, his wife was the prophetess. So it's very biblical and historical for a powerful man, for a prophet of God, to have his wife, his queen, as his prophetess. Sometimes she has to play the role of the seer of the king. So she sees, she dreams for the king. And that's my role. So when you hear me saying I'm the prophetess of the king, understand that my Lord husband is also a prophet. And speaking about my Lord husband, last year he decreed and he declared that the world is going to return back to innocence. And to be honest, I didn't truly understand what he was saying until now. Because he's a prophet, he's way ahead of his time, he sees before everybody else because he's been called into that role. So he told me that, baby, the world is returning back to innocence and there is nothing anyone can do about it. So now this is why I declared 2022 as the year of side chicks. That's one of the messages I want to speak about this morning. I'm going to go into that. I declared 2022 as the year of mistresses, small houses, and side chicks. And this is in line with what the prophet Coffee has spoken about. Because right now, power is being returned back to the black man. And there is nothing the black woman can do about it. Power is being returned not only from Edom, but also from the black woman. And the reason why I'm speaking a lot about side chicks, because side chicks and small houses and mistresses are the epitome of black power. That's why almost every black man, don't get it twisted, almost every black man has got married as well, has got a side chick. My research and the statistics prove me right that almost every black man has got a side chick. So I'm speaking to you, black women. Your feminism has come to an end. Don't even get it twisted. Your power is coming to an end. You have confused the black man for way too long. You have suppressed the power of the black man for way too long. And the black man is rising. Jacob is rising. This is the message of the king, of King Coffee. He's actually here to empower the black man. And his message to me was, what he actually said to me, that every black man should have at least 2 wives. It it is the birthright of every man with melanin. Melanin power is part of that. That's why my king is the darkest of them all, because he's got so much black power in him. The reason why King Coffee is so black and so dark, because he's carrying the power of melanin. Don't get it twisted. And his official title, he is the King of the North of England. I want to put it out there. My Lord husband is the King of the Northern Kingdom of United Kingdom. He is officially the King of the North, because the Northern Kingdom has no king until now. The Moors have risen. This is the return of the Blackamoors. That's why my husband looks like a Blackamoor, because they're coming back. So don't even get it twisted. I want to put it out there that my husband is the Moor of York. And if you understand what I'm saying, you say aye, because he is the Moor of York. And his message is not only the rise of the black man from the Edomites, it's also the rise of the black man from where? From the black woman. Black feminism, you guys, your time is up. The Oprah Winfrey's, your time is up. The Michelle Obama's, your time is up. Black feminism is over. The tide is changing. The power is going back to the man, the black man. So this is why my message this year, especially this week where the king is saying pray and fast, something is going to happen in 7 days. Don't get it twisted. This week, the Northern Palace is fasting for 7 days, and after 7 days, something is going to happen. The walls of Jericho are falling. So when you see me speaking like that, know that I am a true prophetess of my Lord husband. Even King David had Abigail. Abigail was the prophetess of King David. Isaiah had his own prophetess. My favorite prophet is Isaiah. He had a prophetess. So don't get it twisted. I am the Queen in the North. That's my official title. So, in line with the message of the King of the North, this is for every black man. If you know your power, if you know thyself, you follow my husband. Follow the King of the North. You need him like the desert needs rain. You need his words like the desert needs rain. You have no idea. You have no idea who King Coffee is. And he's trying to actually empower you, the black man, that rise up. Take for yourself a second wife. Take for yourself a side chick. And the anointing of a side chick is actually, even in biblical times, the times of kings, they used to say that the concubines are the delight of men. Every black man needs a concubine. You need a concubine to give you rest, to make you happy, to make you forget your problems, to make you forget how nagging your wife is, how miserable she makes you feel, how she disrespects you, how she thinks she's a feminist. Most of you black men are married feminists who tell you what to do, who control you in the house. Even here in the UK, they say as long as the wife is happy, then you are happy. That's a feminist message. It's supposed to be the other way around. As long as the king of the house is happy, then I'm happy. It's the other way around. So this is the message of the king. Every black man should take for himself at least 2 wives. Do not succumb to what they've taught you. You were told that having two wives is a sin. Who told you that? Who told you that message? Who brainwashed your ancestors? Do you know how many black women were put away by the missionaries in Africa? Do you know how many families were destroyed in Africa? How many children became orphans because of polygamy? How polygamy was destroyed in Africa? Do you know how many wives, young wives, were told to leave their husband because apparently God hates polygamy? What a lot of bullshit. Our ancestors all had many wives. It's in our DNA. And right now, God is doing a new thing because these black first wives are so haughty. They are so disrespectful. They don't even honor or respect the husband. That's why the Lord is going to make the side chicks are going to take over. If you are a side chick, if you are a mistress and you're watching me, this is your year. Don't take any birth control. God is going to give you babies. Each side chick this year should conceive a child for a husband. Claim your birthright. You become the main wives. Don't even get it twisted. Every side chick watching me, every mistress, the Lord will open thy womb and you shall conceive. I've got a word for ya. All the side chicks, this is your word from the prophet Isaiah. It's a prophecy. Sing, O barren, you who have not borne. Break forth into singing and cry loud. You who have not labored with child. Many side chicks have got no children. The curse is now broken. Isaiah 54 is for you side chicks. Small houses, mistresses. For more are the children of the desolate than the children of the married. Listen to this. Listen to this prophecy. Who says they are married? Is it not the first wives? So who is not the married woman? Is it not you, side chick? Now listen, the tide is turning. All of you will come to me and testify. For more are the children of the desolate than the children of the married woman, says the Lord God of Israel. Enlarge the place of your tent and let them stretch out curtains of your dwellings. This is the message of the mistress, the concubine, the side chick. Rise up, thy woman. Do not spare, lengthen your cords and strengthen your stakes. For you shall expand to the right and to the left, and your descendants will inherit the nations and make the desolate cities inhabited. Do not fear, you will not be put to shame, neither be disgraced, for you will not be put to shame. Who calls you whores? You are not a whore. If you're a side chick, refuse to be called a whore. You are the wife of your husband, the beloved of your husband. He prefers you to the wife at home. Every man who's got a side chick, please be bold and don't hide your side chicks. Do not trouble these women who give you everything. They cook you the best meals. They look good for you. They give you all the best positions. Your wife is so lazy at home. Who makes you happy? Is it not the side chicks? They understand you. They're patient with you. You say to them, don't tell my wife you're here. They'll be quiet. Obedient women, side chicks. So you black men, rise up and protect these women. And you know what? As I end my message, I'm going to tell you about Zimbabwe, because I always go back to refer to Zimbabwe because I was born there. Zimbabwe itself is a pagan nation. I have tried my best to distance myself from that country because of how pagan it is. And every negative prophecy in the Bible starts in Zimbabwe. Every negative prophecy starts in Zimbabwe. The Zimbabwean women, that they call themselves big houses, the main wives. Almost every man in Zimbabwe has got a small house. The side chicks. You say, we don't do polygamy. Zimbabwean women laugh at me and saying, your husband is a polygamist, yet all of them are in polygamy. All their husbands cheat on them. When they get married, they don't dress, they don't look good, they don't bath. They let themselves go. They become so huge, like elephants. And the small house will be so beautiful and so pretty. And they start beating these small houses, beating them up for being beautiful. Every small house is beautiful. And Zimbabwe is known to have women who are so cruel to their husbands' second wives. They'll gather the whole street to go and beat one woman, stripping them naked. That's Zimbabwean women for you. That's why in Zimbabwe, every man will take a small house, because God has punished that nation. That's the message of the prophetess. So this year, I declare this year the year of the side chicks. Mistresses, you're taking over. And my words as the prophetess of the Moor of York, the prophetess of the north, my word will never ever fall down. My own father told me, Jean, your words will never fall down. By the end of this year, you go back to this video, because many side chicks will be pregnant. They would have given birth and they'll have testimonies. It's Mary-Tamar here. Blessed week.